Good morning. Caroline here from Complete Fitness and Wellbeing with your 5 moves in 5 minutes on this Friday morning. How has your week been? I hope it's been a good one. I hope you've done the movement that you've planned and you're feeling great from that. I'm going to show you 5 moves from our class, which we have at 8 o'clock on Friday morning. A couple of moves we do every week. Well, we do more than a couple of moves. We have set moves every week so we can work on these movements to help with our balance and our progressions with them. And then we add a couple of other bits and pieces to, again, work on some joint mobility, hand-eye coordination, and just adding some more resistance to our balance practice. So it's a real mixture of things which are helping us for now, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, and the years ahead for our balance. Being aware of it is just, again, really important so that we can go about life not having to worry about it because, again, we're training our bodies and our minds to, again, connect with those movement patterns we might need one day. So, as always with balance, if you're new to practicing a balance or you're not quite sure, have something close by always to use, to hold on to, whether it's the wall, a sturdy back of a chair or a foam roller or something, so that you feel comfortable with the movements and know that you can always regress a movement and progress it as well. Clear safe space as always. We don't want any additional trip hazards that might challenge us even further. So again, just take a look at your surroundings. And then we're going to begin. So as always, only do what's suitable for you. If in doubt, leave it out. Timer is on for 45 seconds. And we're going to just start with one of our regular moves. We're going to go into a mini squat. Come up onto the balls of the feet, straighten from there, and then heels down. I'll do this body weight, but you could hold a weight. Off we go. So just gently down into your squat, coming up onto the balls of your feet, straightening. Now again, if that was a bit much or you didn't feel comfortable doing it with nothing around you, we could hold on to something. So I've got that stability there. I can still come down onto my tiptoes, straighten. So that could feel good as well. And this is something, again, we could just practice actually when we're in the kitchen or at the desk. So just gently coming into that squat, coming up onto the balls of the feet, straightening up, heels down. So bend, tiptoe, straighten, lower. Bend, tiptoe, straighten, lower, and pause. Then we'll take the movement slightly differently. Often, again, we're walking feet hip width apart, nicely balanced. Let's change it. Let's walk heel toe, heel toe. So imagining we're having to walk along a curb, having to move quickly out of somebody's way, for example. So my heel is going to rest just in front of my toes and swapping them around like so. I really am narrowing that quite a lot. If that felt a bit too narrow to start with, why don't we just take the foot out a little bit more so it's not directly in front of the foot. So we're still narrowing our stance, but again, we might feel a bit more comfortable with that depth. Is that the right word? And likewise, walking backwards, how does that feel? If we don't want to walk backwards, maybe we hold on to something as we do, or we just turn and we keep walking forwards. And I'm aiming to sort of look up, not look down at my feet, so I can see what's coming. From there, we'll also do some ankle mobility. So using what we'll do both ankles, but we'll just do one for today. We're going to write the alphabet with our foot. So whether you want to go lowercase or uppercase, again, that's up to you. We can do this standing. You could do this seated. So I'm standing, my right leg is my grounding leg. My left ankle is doing the work. So I'm lowercase. And this is a nice way, again, to get that rotation, that movement through the ankle joint, because we want them to be fairly mobile. We do want them to be mobile as we're walking and moving. I can't talk and do the alphabet at the same time. You could also do it with your wrist as well if you wanted to. While you're doing one, we might as well do the other. And also, again, you could hold it onto something. I really have lost where I am on the alphabet. Let's go P, Q, and rest. Then from there, timer down for this one. A little bit of balance coming out of a squat into a squat, or tiptoes. I'm going to come up onto my tiptoes, and then can I transfer onto one side and then lower down? So tiptoe with both feet on the floor, take one foot off, lower down. Tiptoe I'm alternating the leg on the tiptoe and coming down. Last week we did coming up on one leg and then coming down with both. This time we're coming up with both, coming down with one. So again, how often do we find we're in a position, we've then got to reach up on one foot? So again, quite often movements we may be doing. So tiptoe. Very challenging. So again, maybe have something to hold on to help with that stability coming down, and rest. That was quite challenging actually. Then last movement, we'll have a little bit of rotation coming up into a knee high. So nice sort of spirally movement. So my feet are hip width apart. I'm going to take a step back with my right leg. Right hand's going to reach down to my sort of left knee or my left shin. So I'm hinging, bending. As I come up, my right arm is going to come up. I keep my right leg where it is and just rotate round. Or I could come up and I could add a high knee. So I'm adding a bit more balance and that reach round. I could then come back down, back leg lengthens. Maybe I could raise that back leg. So we've got different levels for this stretch, this sort of spiral effect. Again, I could be holding on to something. And rest. And we would do the other side as well in the class. So there were 5 moves in 5 minutes we'll be doing very shortly in our balance and strength class at 8 o'clock. Challenging set movements so we get really comfortable, familiar with them. Also, again, it gives us a chance to notice how the body feels, our toes, our ankles, our knees, our hips, how they move, how they feel. And then a couple of different movements, again, just to challenge it and to make it a bit more varied so the body's always having to adapt. If you'd like to join us for a live class, do let me know, we'll get that set up. Or if you'd like access to all the previous live classes, which you can watch in your own time, again, let me know and we can get that set up too. There are plenty of classes to work on your complete fitness and wellbeing for your midlife health and fitness. So let me know. Have a great weekend and I'll see you next week for more 5 moves in 5 minutes. So I'll see you then. Bye.